People associate Long Island City with its spectacular views of the Manhattan skyline. But there is much more to see in this formerly industrial neighborhood, especially for art lovers. While Long Island City has never become another Soho or Williamsburg, it is home to many artist studios and to half a dozen cultural institutions. A good place to start is on the waterfront at Socrates Sculpture Park. The brainchild of the sculptor Mark di Suvero, the park gives fellowships to New York artists to create large-scale works on site here in summer. The park's director, Allison Baker, explains how Socrates was born.
Mark di Suvero had a vision that I think probably no one else could have had. He looked at this site, which at the time was an illegal dump site and abandoned city lot, and he saw the potential for a place where artists could work, build pieces, and then exhibit their work here.
A few blocks away is the Noguchi Museum, created by the late Isamu Noguchi himself, in a factory building near where he lived and had his studio. The indoor-outdoor museum houses several hundred of Noguchi's works, from his light sculptures for Akari to his famous furniture designs. Bonnie Richlack was Noguchi's longtime assistant and is now the curator of the museum. She describes what drew Noguchi to this gritty neighborhood.
Most of the vendors that he used were in Long Island City. He had been coming out here doing his castings and buying his metal and using fabricators out here who he'd been using for a while and had gotten to know the neighborhood and was looking for a large industrial space.
Located at a former parachute factory is the Fisher Landau Center for Art, one of the few private collections on public view in New York City. Over the last 25 years, Emily Fisher Landau, with the help of her architect and advisor Bill Katz, has built a collection of around 1,200 works of art.
And you see that Mickey Mouse and Greta Garbo and Howdy Doody, and yeah, I think that's quite a picture. Anyway, I'm very proud of the collection. I really am. When I come out here, I am myself amazed that I was able to put this together.
The collection ranges from abstract expressionism to pop art to minimalism to the works of contemporary artists like Richard Prince and Mark Tansey. Bill Katz remembers why he and Mrs. Landau started the exhibition space in 1991.
The collection then grew so large that it wouldn't fit her in her apartment on Park Avenue. And after it was in storage for several years, she said, this is not so much fun. Unless I can see my work, there's no point in going on. That's when we started looking for a building.
The best way to end a day in Long Island City is at PS1. Time your visit so you can watch the sunset from James Turrell's Skyspace. Turrell intended the installation to help you experience light in a new way, just as your day in Long Island City has given you a new view of this neighborhood across the river. This is Kate Taylor for the New York Sun.